welcome back to Digital Art with Kenzie. If you've ever wondered about the different art styles out there, you are in the right place. Whether you're just starting out or you're looking to experiment with something new, today we're diving into the world of digital art and exploring some of the most popular styles artists are using. So grab your iPad and let's have some fun. First up, we have flat design. Now, if you love simplicity and clean visuals, this might be your style. Flat design is all about minimalism, where artists use simple shapes, solid colors, and no extra embellishments like shadows or gradients. Think of it as the perfect balance between sleek and stylish. It's commonly used for logos, icons, and UI designs because of how crisp and readable it really is. Next, we've got the nostalgic pixel art. If you're a fan of retro video games, you'll definitely love this one. Pixel art uses tiny squares of color to create a larger image, often resembling those old school games from the 80s and 90s. It's a great way to give your art that vintage video game look, and it's super fun to experiment with. Honestly, having really good ones, like if you look up pixel art, there are some really, really good ones, but you can tell how much detail really go into these sometimes. Sometimes they're basic, sometimes they're like, oh my god, those are so many pixels. Now, if you're aiming for jaw-dropping, lifelike pieces, you've got realism. This is where you try to make your art as true to life as possible, capturing every fine detail, from skin texture to light reflections. Artists who master realism in digital art often use tools like brushes that mimic traditional media and spend hours perfecting those subtle details. It's not easy, but the results are absolutely mind-blowing to see. I could never do realism personally. I do not have the patience for it, and my style is more cartoonish. That's always what I preferred, even since I was a kid drawing on paper. But honestly, if you see some realism art, like, it is insanely detailed. It is so good. It looks real. I definitely recommend checking it out if it's something that you might be interested in. Next up, we've got illustration. This is one of the most flexible styles out there. It covers everything from whimsical cartoons to intricate fantasy art. Illustrations are all about storytelling and emotion, often incorporating unique character designs, bright colors, and creative compositions. If you love bringing characters and worlds to life, illustration gives you a whole lot of creative freedom. Vector art is a style that's perfect for crisp lines and scalable work. Unlike other styles, vector art is made using mathematical formulas, so it can be resized without losing any quality. You've probably seen vector art in everything from posters to album covers. It's sharp, bold, and it's the go-to for clean, modern designs. Plus, it's also great for logos since you can scale them up or down without any issues. Let's get a little more fluid with watercolor digital. If you love soft, flowing looks of traditional watercolor, but don't want to deal with the mess, this style is for you. Digital watercolor mimics the light washes of color and the unique way watercolor paints spread and blend. It's perfect for dreamy landscapes, soft portraits, or anything that needs a gentle touch. Plus, you can easily control it with your tablet, no paper required. Now, let's talk about concept art. If you've ever seen behind-the-scenes footage of video games or movies, you've probably seen concept art. This style is all about creating the visual foundation for a project, whether it's for environments, characters, or props. It's often detailed, dramatic, and designed to explore different ideas before settling on the final design. Concept art is super fun because it lets your imagination run wild. Are you feeling a little more out there? Surrealism might be your style. It's all about combining dreamlike or bizarre imagery to create something strange, yet beautiful. Think of Salvador Dali's melting clocks, but digital. Surrealist digital artists love blending reality with fantasy, often creating scenes that defy logic, like floating cities or animals with human features. It's a perfect style when you want to get creative and a little weird. If you're into the less is more philosophy, minimalism is probably the way to go. This style focuses on stripping things down to their essential elements: simple lines, limited color palettes, and clean designs. While it looks simple, minimalism requires a keen eye for composition, balance, and what not to include. It's elegant, impactful, and it also gives off a sense of calmness. And last but not least, we have 3D art. Unlike traditional 2D styles, 3D art creates depth and volume by designing objects or characters in three-dimensional space. This style is used for everything from game design to animation and film. 3D artists can use programs like Blender or Cinema 4D to create realistic, lifelike environments or wild, fantastical worlds that feel like they're jumping off the screen. So, which style do you think is your favorite? Or which one do you think you're going to try? Whether you're into clean vector lines, dreamy watercolor vibes, or even the strange world of surrealism, digital art gives you endless possibilities to explore. And the best part, you can experiment with different styles until you find what truly feels like you. You're not limited to just trying one and having to stick with it. Let me know in the comments which style you're going to try first, or if you already work in one of these styles. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more digital art content, and I will see you in the next video.